Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Autocrit Primer, where we love us anything that deals with the geek and geekdom. And I'm telling you tonight, we got a great lineup to talk about. I am extremely excited. This is going to be a joint. Well, look at that. Look, leave it not to ACP to sit there and have the audio go in the background while I'm trying to do my spill. Lord have mercy. I am so talented. Jesus help me. What we're going to do tonight, this is a collab also with a community from all of us. You know the podcast, Autocrit Primers podcast. You know, a community for all of us podcast. This will be uploaded there. He will also be a guest later on into September. But I was like, you know what? I want to catch up with this guy. I loved his name. I was like, holy crap, his name is friggin' awesome. West Coast Killer. So thank you, West Coast Killer, for joining me. First things up, let people know who you are, and I'm going to pick your brain about your name.
All right. What's up, everybody? I'm West Coast Killer. I am a streamer. I didn't start like that. I started on music. I make beats, rap, sing, what have you. I can draw, blah, blah, blah. From California, 33 years old. What can I say?
That's cool, dude. So you start off with the music side of it and the beats and stuff.
Yep.
I definitely want to pick your brain on that one. I want to go ahead and give a quick shout out to the first two people that has joined us in the chat. That would be Wildfire and also the Collector 75. Welcome, guys. So first thing I want to ask, because when we were playing Paladins yesterday and hearing your name, seeing your name, I was like, I got to have this cat on my channel because his name rocks. How did you come up with your name?
Well, I came up with my name. It was like way before like Xbox One's ever was existed. I had this name ever since the first Xbox came out, and it was like at the time I was doing music and I was doing Christian music, like holy hip hop or whatever you want to call it. But the three actually in there represents something and a zero, or like, and it can be like used in different ways. Like you see the 3, 0, and the 1. I play Apex a lot, so my favorite gun is the R301.
And so you got the Trinity also, the 3-in-1.
Uh-huh.
Boom, yeah, my man.
Yeah.
That there
Yeah.
you go. There you go. That's awesome, brother. That's awesome. Really is. That's pretty cool,
Yeah.
dude. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. I just as soon as you said that, I was like, oh my gosh, that is so awesome. So freaking awesome. Yeah, man. It's that little subtleness. Um, and speaking of that, um, you said you started off doing beats and Christian music and stuff like that, or Christian rap, or Christian. I don't know how to what word. It's like anything that deals with R&B or rap or culture. If we have the side that we're giving praise to Jesus, you're going to have that side where they're like, oh, you got to label that Christian. So, but well, tell me how you got started in that then.
I got started in that when I was in high school. It was in maybe like 2004, 2005, and like my friend was actually going to audition for somebody to actually be in a group, but at the time he was like, "Oh, look, I don't have to audition for that because I got a group right here. It was me, my brother, and two other people, or one including his cousin, and we were like best friends, super tight. We was just like, hey, I'm nervous. I've never done it before. I don't know nothing about Christian rap or how it sounds, how it's supposed to sound. But he was like, yeah, we should be fine if we do the same thing as we was to like, implement and regular rap, then we'll be straight. But instead of cursing and putting drugs and whatever guns like called like down in women, just replace that and put Jesus Christ. What had He done for you? Like where would you have been if you didn't know Jesus Christ, or if you like had a hardship like maybe a month ago, or just in life period? Then also portray, like put that in your music, and somebody will like come across it, feel it, enjoy it. Might be like, oh, I can testify to that, and I mean, the rest is history.
Dang, man, that's actually not only an awesome story, but an awesome testimony. Take it from somebody that was an atheist that got sick with cancer, given 6 months to live, and I was in stage 4. What that means is that there's nothing they could do.
Oh,
And they asked if I could be essentially a lab rat, because the type of cancer I have, only 1 out of 1 million people ever get it.
mm,
And my stepdad, he was the Christian. He was, and we had this thing where it didn't matter what we did every Sunday, whether we believed it or not. That's where our little butts were going to be.
yeah.
Was at church. And he told me when I got sick with cancer, he says, "I'm gonna let you know something," because he fought in Vietnam, and he says, "Look, there's no atheist in a foxhole. You're going to be calling out to somebody, and so you might want to make sure you're calling out the right person."
Yeah.
I didn't know what that meant until I got sick with cancer, and that's also how I met my wife, and we've been married for 20 years. I mean, I was supposed to go to the NFL and other things like that, and those things kind of fell apart for me, but I get to meet other people that have these stories that they sit there and I know this what the direction of our stream is going to be tonight, but I do want to mention this real quick. Is it's amazing because like what you've done with your name is that you've let people like me who see that code, that Jesus code, that
Yeah.
he's the most important thing to us. We don't have to push it upon people, but we get to let them know where our stance is. I think that's awesome. I commend you, Brent, man. That is awesome.
Yeah.
So, which going this direction. So you've got where you're going with the beats, and you're going with that direction. How what changed your crossroads? What was the crossroads for you that said, "Hey, I want to start doing this stuff with gaming, and I want to start doing this"? How did that roll into play?
uh, Gaming, it it was basically like second nature to me because even when I was this little, like when I was this big, I was always like, I want a video game, I want a video game, I want a video game. Every Christmas came around, I would either beg my parents, like, can I get this new system, or can I get the system that's coming out, or if they said no, grandmama always got you, like, you know what I want for Christmas, and it's already circled in Toys R Us book or
Yep.
somewhere, and it's like every single Christmas year I would have a new video game. If it wasn't for that same system that came out, it was a different system, new game. It was like I think it was like when I was 3 years old, I had a Sega. Started off with a Sega. No. I take that back. I started off with a Super Nintendo,
Okay.
and nope, I take that back. Start off with regular Nintendo because
Okay.
I remember every time we got home from church, it's always, we finna go hunt. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, oh, duck hunt, duck hunt. Like,
Duck hunt.
okay.
Yes.
You're like,
Absolutely.
duck hunting. Mario Brothers on there too. It's like, oh yeah, we're gonna be up for
Yep.
a minute, and we'll eat dinner. Just like keep playing the game till it's time to go to bed. But anyway, besides that, yeah, I've always been a gamer. I've always at one point I wanted to I wanted to what's the word? What's the word? What's the word? Make video games. Like
Oh, so you want to be a plat?
when I was in trying to be one of those behind the scenes guys, be like, oh, we're gonna tweak this right here or make this right here, so when they shoot, they could do all this, like different activity, blah blah blah. But that didn't go through, so I'm like, okay, what else can I do to actually have hands on, or just be like, yo, I actually want to play video games for a living or something like that. And that's when somebody told me about Twitch and Mixer at the time. But I mean, at first I was like, oh man, I'm not doing nothing. Nobody's coming to watch me. I mean, it's slow. I'm playing the games that everybody else is playing. And then, like, further on, while I was going, I would see people that I would always watch, like watch. Every time they go live or something like big heads and stuff like that, that will have these personalities
Mm.
and are talkative and everything, and getting bits and pieces of information from different discords that I'm part of too. They also help me with like, yo, just be yourself. You don't have to be so like uptight to be like in the game like this and like in ignoring your audience. But I've grown to love it. I don't care if it's super hard, to try to get certain achievements done. I'm still gonna do it because I mean, why not play video games and get paid for it? Like,
Oh yeah,
who
dude.
wouldn't want to do that? Like, and then if you're good at it, yeah, you can be like someone like Shroud or Ninja or
Oh,
somebody,
Ninja. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna
Doctor
say Ninja.
Disrespect.
Doctor Disrespect. My brother in law. He was like, "Hey, you're on Twitch. Have you seen this guy over here? This is his persona." And I was like, "Oh, I love it." I was like, "Dang, dude, I love it. I love it." He says, "So you got?" He says, "I know you do the thing on YouTube, and you've done stuff in the past on YouTube, and I know you've gone back to it. Um, but I think that's interesting because for me, my grandparents got us the first Nintendo. Now, we actually started off with the Atari, which, wow. Think
Yeah,
about, yeah, you take a look at Atari and you take a look at what we've got now,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
man. And I
And
used to be like,
know,
that little joystick going, come on now, hit that little red button, damn it. I'm going to do something. Oh my gosh. But then when Nintendo came out and Duck Hunt, that was the thing that my grandfather, that was the whole reason why he got it was Duck Hunt, because he wanted to have that little gun in his hand that had the cord going to the console, boom, 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 boom. And you're right, every Sunday was the same with us. And man, you take a look at the gaming from that standpoint from there, and 8-bit is coming back. I mean,
yeah,
a
yeah,
lot.
it is.
It really is, surprisingly. Um, did you ever think, like Duck Hunt, Mario? Did you ever think that we would have the graphics we have today, the detail, the stories? I mean, have you ever just sat back and thought about that for a second, going, okay, Mario was, I gotta save the princess, and all I gotta do is keep jumping and not get hit by that fireball or that turtle shell. Get that star. I'm indestructible, mothers, and I'm gonna run. Or I find out the cheat, and I'm gonna go up to the top and run my little self across everything because I found the cheat. Have you ever looked at that as a gamer, where we've come from?
I've thought about that too. Like, I'm glad you brought that up because prime example, Mario. I would never thought that Mario would last this long, or just like get that type of the 3D graphics. How they would start doing it in Nintendo 64, and I'm like, yo, I thought Mario was gonna be like dead a long time ago because all he was doing was jumping up and down, hitting boxes with his head. Don't get hit by a fireball. Oh, I gotta go save the princess. Like that. That was like a one-trick pony. But then,
Mm-hmm.
as it was going on, I'm like, okay, now we got Super Mario 64, and I'm like, okay, he's still doing the same thing he was doing in Nintendo, but it's like more upscale. He's like, battling people 3D, like all these different bosses. He's still saving the princess, but it's still Bowser behind the wheel, just like, ha ha ha, ha. I'm gonna take her away from you, further and further away. And then I was like, okay, I thought that was gonna be done right. Nope, you come GameCube, I
Mm-hmm.
believe, and they have Super Mario Sunshine.
So
Like he's
yes.
just going around with this water hose or whatever, just spraying stuff, cleaning, worlds and stuff. I was like, whoa, this is awesome. And then here comes Mario Kart Racing. I was like,
Yep.
oh snap, time to get into this. It's like he's not saving princesses and everything like that, but it's like more so your battle royale, but on a four-wheeled go kart, and you got boxes throwing shells and stuff at people trying to win Grand Prix, and and stuff like that. But I mean, I never thought that just retro games in general would try to make a comeback. But oh my goodness, are they making a comeback? Like it is ridiculous. Like some of the games I'm playing now or have seen like in the marketplace everywhere. Oh, they got 8-bit games that are shitting on fucking games right now, like Call of Duty and stuff like that. I was like, bro, y'all, oh my goodness, y'all gotta step it up because these 8-bit games about to drown y'all.
And that's what's surprising. It really that for
Yeah,
me is what's so surprising is that you know I'm a big Transformer guy, and so for me, seeing Transformers, what we call the G1 era, and the stuff to now, as a kid, I was thinking this will be it. I'll have this as my ultimate, and I'll have my gaming as my ultimate. That'll be it. Um, if I want to have anything that's got more graphics, I'm going to have to go to the arcade and have my crap load of quarters to pop into that
yeah.
machine. And just want to make sure I say hey to Ultra Magnus. Appreciate you showing and coming. And yeah, let's see. My older brother had a ZX81. Wow. The scare what was this? The Skitron or something like that. But we're taking a look at. Do you think, and I've worked in commercials and movies, so do you think that? Because for me, the thing that really captivated a younger audience with the 8-bit, the arcade, was the TV show Stranger Things.
Oh
Do you think
oh
that that's a
yeah.
little nice? They kind of jetted back to old times.
Yeah,
Hey, Optimus
because
Cooper.
I didn't want to like always be like looking into the future or whatever the future holds for us or what's coming out in the future. Like I don't want to hear all that. I want to go like back in time or like have a. Why haven't they brought out a game or like redone or remastered a Back to the Future game?
Oh yeah.
Like I would like to see that because I watched that movie frontwards and backwards, and like I can't get. It'll never get old to me. I'm a retro movie head and like video games stuff like that. But at the same time, I do like. Ooh, excuse me. I do like the new stuff that's out now, or how they're coming out with the Cyberpunk
Oh,
2077.
Cyberpunk 2077. Yeah.
That is a freaking awesome game. I'm going to pre-order that for sure. But I, I mean, Stranger Things. I've really seen like the first season. I don't want to not like. I don't want nobody to tell me about the second or if there's a third or whatever because I don't want to be spoiled. But at first, when I was started watching it, I thought it was like okay, it's gonna have like this slow start or whatever, and they get to introduce the characters and everything like that. But it like I maybe it picked up like maybe like episode episode 3 or 4 for me, and then
Mm-hmm.
that's when it was like, oh, I gotta watch this. I gotta keep watching this, like see where it goes. And for that to be like, okay, we're gonna take that and implement it in games is fucking amazing. I don't. Do they even have a Stranger Things game?
They don't. I know that is something that's been in the talks, but the fact that it it that show captivated essentially the 80s and early 90s,
Mm,
and that was like the cradle board of gaming systems. And if you've not seen the third season, you've got to, because it will give you a whole nother perspective on arcades and why those things are coming back and why 8-bit's coming back. Um, One thing that I look at is I'm seeing that there is this new passion that people are looking and saying, you know what, I want to give the old school its due, so they're giving it its shot. But another thing too is that you've got like Pokemon and other games that have come from the Game Boy and so on like that, as like Mario that's come up that way. Do you see the games like maybe Call of Duty or Elder Scroll or even, any of those other multi or platforms that is going to last as long as those characters or those games have.
Maybe Elder Scrolls. I'm not too sure about Call of Duty. They're kind of iffy. Sometimes they be up in the air. But I mean, this next one that's supposedly supposed to come out, is going to be like centered around like the Cold War.
Okay.
So I mean, I haven't read anything up on or just had recently since I was in like high school, middle school, something like that about a Cold War. But I mean, it might be good. It might not because I know one title I did not like from Call of Duty, and I think it was
Rainbow Six.
I can't remember. No, it was it has something like it was kind of like zombies, but it had extraction on there.
Oh yeah, what was that called? I cannot remember. I know what you're talking about.
Aliens or whatever, but
Yeah,
I didn't
that was too far fetched.
I didn't like that one because I mean it was like okay we got to hurry up and make something and just throw it out there like what y'all didn't take time to think about that or something or it was just like all right here's another Call of Duty title boom and everybody went to go buy it of course because it had the
Call of Duty
title of Call of Duty but I did not like that one. I like all the other ones but seldom like like it was
kind of like what they do with Fallout 76.
yeah like I think it was Infinite Warfare. Was that the one that was using like the exo suits and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah,
I think so. I think so. Yeah.
I like playing that, but I mean, at certain times it's like too much because I gotta jump, fly, run off a wall or something, and just be like trying to do extra stuff other than trying to shoot your enemy. I'm like, okay, y'all give me too much to do. And,
right.
But I mean, I'll play it like if I ain't got another Call of Duty title, then that's easily I'll pop that in. Other than the other one, I just like said like it had the extraction wasn't really my cup of tea. It was like,
but talking about the different gaming and stuff like that, right now you've got this thing that's going with the Xbox is that it is able to be compatible with your PC. And you see that Nintendo is really focusing more on the handheld consoles, like with Twitch, but then you can carry the game with you. Sony has got like the best graphics, but Sony is kind of like floundering, out of water right now. Where do you see consoles as a whole going to? Do you see what's your thoughts about that? What do you think about where consoles are going to go in the next 5 years?
To be honest, I think consoles in the next 5 years, maybe next 10 years, might be the same as how the Wii, I think it's the Wii U right now.
Okay, yeah.
What's the one you can carry it around with you?
Twitch, the Nintendo Twitch.
Oh, the Switch, yeah.
The Switch. Sorry, I was saying Twitch. Yeah.
I believe consoles are going to be like that. Like it's in your hand all day, every day. Like I don't know why they didn't just keep doing that when they had the Game Boy, PSP, Neo Geo Pocket, and all that. And Game Gear. Like what? Who? Like why discontinue Game Gear? That was like Sega's little handheld.
Yep.
Like no carrier. I'm like, dude, I would love to have a Game Gear. And then like back in the day, we had like this guy would just like try to tamper with it and make it jailbroken or whatever. I think that's what he called it, and it'll have like all the Sega Game Gear games on there. You don't have to put a cartridge in. It was just like, yo, I got everything on here. It's like some chip or whatever you put in there or cartridge, and it has like loads of games. It's like possibly every Game Gear had like on there. I was like, whoa, it's crazy. But I mean, now I would love to have a PSP. You know, I could just or a Vista. I think that's how you say it.
Hmm.
But having one of those like on the road and stuff, if I can't bring my Xbox, yeah, Xbox, PlayStation, y'all got to do something for the big console heads. Make an Xbox One, but just shrink it down and make it big enough so I can like a Switch, Nintendo Switch. Same thing with PS5. Yeah, I mean, instead of making a console, how about y'all make like y'all secret stuff on the side? You like we're coming out with this handheld thing. It's gonna be better than PS5. You do that. Like I want everybody to at least like be on Nintendo Switch's level, but like between 5 to 10 years,
Hmm.
next 5 10 years.
Because Nintendo has been extremely smart about doing that. Sony right now is in some financial troubles. Right now, they're saying that their console is going to cost them about $900, but they know they can only sell it for $700. And you're looking at a $700 console, which is PlayStation 5, and it's like maybe instead of trying to do all the graphics, might maybe follow what Xbox has done and what Nintendo has done. Nintendo was like, okay, we're still going to give you a console, but we're also going to let you have it handheld where you're playing the game. Boom, you take it with you, you're gone, just like your Nintendo DS. Xbox has kind of made it where you can carry the stuff over a lot of stuff with your PC or your laptop. Um, do you think that Sony is going to get out of the funk that they're in, or do you think they're going to end up being sold? And what will that do to gaming?
I believe. I mean, there's a whole bunch of PlayStation fanatics that will choose that over Xbox, but at the same time, if they don't get out of that funk, then it's just. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just keep making clunky, futuristic consoles that everybody's gonna be like, yeah, I'm gonna get the new PlayStation over the Xbox. Okay, do that, but in the long run, they might like just keep it there and don't do what Xbox is doing, don't do what Nintendo's doing. Trying to get their uh get their gaming and whatever transfer it to a PC or something like that or handheld. If you can't do that, I mean, what are you gonna do? PlayStation is gonna be just like,
Like Sega
yeah,
Genesis.
we're still here, and then they're just gonna be like, yeah, like you said, like Sega Genesis, it's gone. Like the Game Gear, gone.
Mm-hmm.
PS5, gone. Like everybody else is gonna be up here a step ahead of them, and they're still gonna be in that funk where, oh, you have to buy the system in order to play the games. Or you gotta play or pay the games online if you want to have them, or go to the store or something like that and just have a disc. Which 9 times out of 10, when everybody get done with the game, you're gonna trade it back in. So what's the point?
So you're okay with it kind of moving away from the disc to doing to just direct download?
Oh yeah, because I mean, if I end up scratching the disc, that disc is no more. Like, I mean, I would like to have games like my games that I like playing on disc, but I mean, some of the I don't know, some people that come over have time would just like leave my disc out and what put it up, or it'd be like some muck on it or something, or
Mm.
somebody might mistakenly use it for a coaster. I'd be like, oh no, and then there you go, you got a wet, scratchy, no playing disc. Whether or versus you having it already on your Xbox or PlayStation, ready to download, no discs, no nothing. But the downside of that, you can't like just say, "Oh, I'm done with the game. I want to return and get some money off of it." You can't do that because it's like sealed in your hard drive
Mm-hmm.
forever until you decide, "Oh, delete," like clear up space. But that's probably it. But I mean, it's the same thing. But there's like a little small revenue that you can get back if you have disc games.
There was something that I got to see. I didn't get asked to go in and do it. My sister and I were in Durham, and we happened to go by a Microsoft store because she was looking at something for her laptop. They have a room that was set up that was virtual reality. and that it was essentially a room. When you went into it, everything became tangible. And do you think we're going to see maybe that? Because I know that's what PS4 and also the PS5 was trying to push, was the virtual reality. Do you see virtual reality really being taking a big role in gaming?
Yeah, because it'll put you in the game, or not necessarily in the game, but you'll have that feel that okay, I'm actually in the game because you can see any game, but the game it's like you're actually living what you're playing. But then, I mean, I could see that going on for a long time because who wouldn't want to be in a video game? Like if you can't actually, go and have yourself digitalized in a video game, then yeah, that'd be the next best thing. Go grab you some VR goggles, to jump into a game or whatever. But I mean, I would recommend not to play like scary games when you have VR
Mm-hmm.
because it's like I've seen people that play like VR scary games, and yeah, they probably break their VR or run into something trying to run and be like, oh my god, and then
Or
the
break
VR
their,
game is like,
or they run to their flat screen TV and just
oh
break
yeah.
it. Oh my god, yes,
But I mean, I
absolutely.
wouldn't I wouldn't mind having the VR, but I mean, I like I said, I would not play something that I would be like, prone to. Oh, I gotta take off. I gotta run. Like I'm actually gonna run for real, and I might, like run into a wall, or like you said, TV or something. But uh, yeah, VR is. I think it's gonna be around like for a good long time. Maybe probably longer than PlayStation.
Probably. I'll make sure I say hey to Ninja Bill and Takia Phoenix. Glad y'all were able to come. And Optimus Wilbur, thank you so much, my man. Um, let's take a look right now at gaming as a whole. And as a gamer, we've now got platforms. You got Facebook that's coming out, that's come out in which you play games on their platform. And you now have YouTube. It's kind of relinquish some of the copyright violations that they were like popping out like
Yeah.
candy to in a dispenser. Every time you turn around, you upload a video that you're playing that you got a copyright thing against. Um, where do you see gamers for now? Because gamers is kind of like we're everywhere and we're on different levels, but then there are the levels where you really have the really good gamers that are up here. Where do you see gaming going as a whole? Do you see it taking over TV for a generation? That it's going to be more people wanting the story?
Uh, yeah, gaming might just be like the next thing you're watching. If it's not a TV show that you get up every set time, a certain day, like oh Golden Girls about to come on, yeah, let's watch it. Like no, you like they have actual like this thing with the COVID. They didn't have
Mm-hmm.
basketball. They didn't have actual basketball games or sports or nothing like that. Lo and
Yep.
behold, my brother said he walked into a bar. These people were betting on sports games, but get this: the sports games were not real sports games. They were video games. These people were
Yes.
playing video games on the TV, like different people on the TV, and these people are at a bar, just be like, "Oh, I got $50 on it. I got 70." Like whoa, like this is getting serious. It's not like the football, basketball, all that stuff. It's like everything. It's like you can probably put on Grand Theft Auto, somebody playing Grand Theft Auto, and they're watching that like it's a crime TV show or something like that. I was like, wow, this is crazy. Like, this is nuts. Like the level that anybody like, I know COVID messed up some stuff, but I mean, these folks were betting on video games, and I really was legit thinking this is real life. Like where are they playing right now? Does and they were sitting there like, nah, man, this is a video game. Somebody like pro people or playing this right now, and we're just watching it because it's like right here on TV. This is sports we can get. I was like, wow, okay. So yes, I think video games are already becoming, that next TV show or the sensation. Like if there's not a TV show on because they can't do or finish production due to COVID-19, you best
Hmm.
believe it's gonna be a video game channel on or somebody talking about the next thing or like the TikToks. Everybody doing that. Like if it's not that, it's a whole bunch of people. It's a whole bunch of people doing TikToks like challenges and all this stuff on there. It's like I don't know. I can't get into it. I don't like just. I mean, I got roped into like some of the social media stuff. So it's like, okay, I gotta get this. I have to get this. But I mean, yeah, video games might be. No, I'm not. I ain't gonna say might. Video games will be a TV like televised for everybody to see, and other than TV shows, it's gonna happen.
I agree. I mean, I take a look at TikTok, and I got on TikTok just to have fun with it. And I've kind of, my TikToks kind of go off the rails on different directions. So people might not like everything I do on TikTok. That's all right. It's just me being stupid. Um, but I was very surprised. I started TikTok just recently, a couple of months back, and then all of a sudden I had 8,000 followers on TikTok, and I was like, "Oh wow, okay, this was just me wanting to be stupid." But with that, we are in the time where technology is a very big influence on culture, and when you're seeing this, and you got TikTok that's like 15 seconds to a 60 seconds clip. And I noticed that when I was uploading some things, especially I was helping out my sister trying to upload things, they kind of did the same thing. You can share a clip, pick your clip of your favorite one you're following, and you can put that up on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Uh, but gaming has been around for a long time. But gaming, as you've said, with COVID, has actually kind of like TikTok. It's kind of changed itself. It's become more available, or more people are paying attention to it because, like you said, games are not able to be done. Shoot, I started doing Twitch, and if you had asked me like last year, hey, ACP, you gonna ever start streaming on Twitch? No, I'm just playing my games because I like playing them, and I'm stupid, and nobody's going to see me die 50,000 times, you know. Um, but Solomus, well, Ultimate Wolf, and you know, and Final Hearts kind of like showed me and said, "Hey, this is what you can do. Just you do the same thing, enjoy it, and have fun." But it does bring into this thing of that our culture is changing, and gaming is becoming a very big part of that culture. Do you see, the future becoming more dominant, where you're going to have to fork out more money to get your perks with your game, or do you think that, I guess what I'm trying to ask is that with some games you've got to pay to get this hammer, or if you play this game you can earn the points to get that hammer. Do you think that that there is a problematic for it, or you think that's a good thing?
uh, there's games that do that already,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, it's not to a point where okay, I'm about to buy this hammer or I'm gonna buy this gun right here. They do have certain stuff like that, but like certain games like Apex or World Company, they have like or no, I'll say Apex. I don't think World Company has it. But Apex has like these coins you have to buy in the game in order to like pull different packs to get this type of weapon or this type of skin for your character, blah 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 like that. But they've already been doing that, like ever since I want to say to the like what's it 2K15, NBA 2K15. I don't know if anybody still plays that. I mean, their servers have been shut down for like a long time, but That game is like on Xbox Marketplace right now. It's still $60. Why? It's old. It's like what? 4 years old? No, 5 years old. Why
Hmm.
is it still $60? And then when you go into the game, you got like you said, you can earn credits or money or whatever like that to pay for a different card or so what have for like a gun or something like that. But you still are spending like mainly almost $100. Excuse me, because you're paying for the game for one.
Mm-hmm.
If you're like, those kids like, oh, it's Fortnite. They got a new skin on Fortnite. They're gonna beg their parents, hey, can I get this? Can I get this? Can
I
I get
got two
this? And
nieces
then
is doing that right now.
you got
Absolutely,
a you got a
I
free
do.
game that you can earn stuff on, but you're like paying for it. Like it's so much easier just to grind the game out. Get that, stack that bread, get money, coins, whatever it's called in whatever game, and use it towards whatever skin, gun, weapon you want to use. But I mean, I believe it's not gonna stop because, like I said, Fortnite has I don't know if people still playing it, but I've seen a couple people still playing Fortnite. But at the same time, this game is been on. They just try to like bring events and different concerts and stuff to be in there in order to get people back to like, oh, Fortnite's back. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this, blah blah blah. And I mean, you still like in just like Call of Duty. There's a battle pass you can get free stuff on. I mean, you can like as time went on, people didn't know coins that you accumulate in the battle pass of Apex, Call of Duty, Fortnite. You can buy the next battle pass and keep doing that over and over and over because they put coins or money in the pack for free that you don't have to pay for $50 for some coins that you're gonna lose in like that. You just free battle pass, get the coins up in it, and
Mm-hmm.
boom, there you go. Next season, got that money up, get that battle pass. But I mean, I believe people not gonna catch on. It's just gonna be like, yo, I'm about to buy the battle pass, bro. I'm about to get these coins, bro, so I can get this scared for this character, man. Like that, okay. You do that. We just over here sitting, yeah, we got free stuff over here. I'm just gonna do the free stuff and use the coins for next season. I'm not missing too much on like the battle pass of Call of Duty now, but I mean mainly I'm kind of play it for the coins and the free guns or whatever free stuff they give me at the moment.
Well, one thing you kind of mentioned, I also want to touch on as we're coming to the last half of the show. Servers. Like you said, the game's still $60, and but yet they shut down the servers. That's the thing that I've had, I guess, has been like this conundrum is that if there's still an audience for it, it's not like it was back in the day. The servers cost so much money to still keep up. What happens to gameplays when the company decides, okay, we're done, and they kill the servers and stuff like that? Um, does that kill the hype for the game, or does is that just something we should get used to?
Well, I mean, if they're killing like a server off of whatever, it's probably because it's an old video game. I know too many people in their right mind to be like, "Oh, I'm about to go backwards. I'm about to pop in Madden 2000 right quick, yo." Like, I mean, what are you gonna do on there other than play a pickup game or something? Like, you can't go online. You can't play like the what is it, Ultimate Team, because like the cards or whatever people that's on them teams, they've switched around and everybody's some of everywhere now. So you're not gonna get the same lineup Madden 2000 that you would get in 2020. So for them shutting the servers down on video games would kill hype or not, no, because it's an old game. I'm not gonna go backwards and be like, yo, I'm about to yo, bro, I'm about to play Grand Theft Auto 3, yo. Like, no. Like, I'm just
That's a good point.
Grand
But
Theft Auto
take a look at
5,
8-bit.
6, 7. Well, 8-bit is different. I don't think servers are like, I don't think 8-bit has servers.
They didn't. That's what I was going to bring up the question is, it's kind of like what, okay, for me, people now take an 8-bit, they're going back, trying to find those games, trying to find the things. You've got Nintendo now coming out with all the games, 200, 300 games on one little device. But that's the thing about gaming is that, should that because they decide it's old, that it goes away, or should it be up to the fan?
I think it should be up to the fan because there has been times where I was like, oh man, I wish I could go back and just play NBA 2K16 just one more time. Just let me go in the park one more time. Because
Right.
like that, my character was so like I don't know overpowering. He can dunk, he can shoot, he can cross. He grabbing rebounds. He's on like 6'5". I was like, man, why can't we just like tell them to open up the servers or leave the servers open for like old games so we can go back and play them? But I I know at the same time if that server is open, then it's gonna be a problem for like the server that is now, like for Madden 2020 or NBA 2K21 or like some Call of Duties and stuff like that. Because now I think servers for like Modern Warfare 3, well not Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare and up all those and beyond, like behind that, or just like it's a hacker's dream now. It's like everybody's in there just flying. In there's no flying technology, nothing in no Modern Warfare, no Black Ops. They're in there just flying through the map, just and aim assist is on like Hellboy mode. It's like I'm. You don't even got to aim or pull up your gun. You just hip fire. It's so annoying. It's like, bro, I want to go back and go to a game that I used to love playing and just be, how it was when I first started playing it. Not, oh, I'm about to jump in here, yeah, and all of a sudden, I didn't even like spawn in or grab a weapon. I'm dead already because some hacker is just sitting in a spawn like, ha 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 ha, and then everybody, all the team, just and he just there, just like it's not fun anymore. I'd rather just play offline if that was the case. Like, uh, that's just me.
No, I agree with you. I agree. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, we do have the era of hackers and stuff like that, and then what we used to call back in the day was God mode. That you would get a code, you put that code in, you become like there's nothing can stop you. And some of those other servers and games are like, we've got God mode to the 10th power, we're ready to go. But with that, as we're coming and winding down, my man, how can they find you? Where can they find you? And you just go at it. Plug yourself big time.
Man, yo, y'all can find me live right now on Twitch. West Coast Kills. That is the same as how it's spelled, but instead of the space between West Coast and Killer, there's an underscore. So it's w3stCOastk1LLa. And my Instagram is the same thing, West Coast Killer, and then my Twitter is erock holy south. But erock is underscore. I mean, erock is lowercase, and then holy south is like uppercase, all one word.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Check him out. I got to hang out with him on Paladins the other night, and had a great time. If you don't know, it's like I think my sister was like this. I can't remember what game she said it was like. Now, had a mind fart. Paladins.
Did she say?
I,
You might think she said Valorant.
maybe that's what it was like. And Ultimate Wolf said, "Well, this one's free. That's why we're playing this one."
Yeah.
So, and it was a good game, great time. We come check us out. We do it on Wednesdays. There's Brunhalla, Paladins, pretty much whatever they tell me which one we're going to go. As always, guys, check out Autocorrect Primer on Anchor, also on iTunes, and so on. And also Community for All of Us on Spotify, on iTunes, on Anchor, or any other platform. Remember, every Monday we do a live stream, and it's going to be a rotation now between the different hosts so that we can all get a little bit of a feel how it is the magic of doing a live stream. And it's going to be on Lord Starscream's channel, and you can just type in Lord, there's a little L at the first, Starscream, and you'll find him. He'll have the Siege Starscream symbol. Thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for hanging out with me tonight. I appreciate it. It was an honor. And so with that, thank you guys. As like I always say, my grandfather always told me, hold on to something from your youth, you'll never grow old. Look to the stars, grab one for yourself, and guys, y'all have a great one. Now we had to do the awkward dance because it's going to take a little bit for it to actually go away.